wants to work with unresponsive, window shopping, cart abandoning clients or prospects. If you work as a freelancer, there is a good chance that clients will ghost you or have ghosted you before. While there are a number of reasons why this happens, I'm going to share with you 2 major ways of stopping them. I had been working happily with a client for months on Upwork when all of a sudden they stopped responding. I messaged him on WhatsApp and via email, but I never heard back. This client ghosted me in the middle of a project. Then I did something unexpected, and the client who had refused to contact me for months suddenly contacted me within minutes. Stick around and I'll tell you all about it. My name is Tope. Welcome back to our channel, and if this is your first time, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, like and share. Today we are talking about a common issue affecting freelancers and sellers in general: being ghosted by clients. This is when a client or clients disappear mid-communication or mid-project. It can be frustrating and leave you feeling unsure of how to proceed. We'll break down why clients ghost, what to do when it happens, and most importantly, how to prevent it altogether. There are 3 major reasons why clients might ghost you. It's important to remember that it's often not personal. Clients may ghost you due to, number 1, internal issues. Their projects might be on hold. They could be facing budget cuts due to the recession. Number 2, finding someone else. They might have simply decided to go with another freelancer. This is common among clients who are window shopping or comparing prices before they decide who to hire. And this might be because they have a tight budget. The 3rd reason is being unsure. They might just be overwhelmed by the decision and they need more time. This is usually the case when you fail to clearly communicate your services to your clients. Now, I have been in these 3 situations before. Some can happen mid-communication, that is in the middle of the communication, such as after a successful interview session or a sales call with a prospect. And others might be mid-project, right in the middle of the project, just like the client I told you who ghosted me in the middle of the project that I was doing after we had worked together happily for several months. So the question is, what do you do when you are ghosted by a client? The first thing you need to do is don't panic. Take a deep breath and try not to take it personally. It's not personal. Give your clients a benefit of a doubt because they might be facing some unforeseen situation like budget cuts due to a recession. It could even be some business difficulties or a family emergency. Speaking of unforeseen situations, have you ever experienced a power outage right in the middle of an interview? Your laptop or phone battery ran out while you were trying to close a deal with a client. How did you feel at that point? Horrible, right? Well, you don't have to put yourself in that situation any longer. There is a way out. We are offering this inverter system and it has a multi-charge capability. It includes solar, car, and grid charging. Each full charge gives you up to 5 times charge for your PC. The device can last up to 48 hours before running out, giving you enough time to figure out your next charge time. The system runs on a 40,000 mAh lithium battery capacity with 500 watts hours. If you would like to purchase this inverter, reach out to us. We have provided our email in the description. Just title your email inverter and we will definitely get back to you. The second thing you can do when a client ghosts you is to follow up on them professionally. Send a polite email, a chat, or a voicemail reminding them of the project and your interests. Marcus Sheridan recommends a two-step email strategy, using the client's name in the subject line and then assuming they have chosen someone else. So guys, I actually tried this with the client that I told you did not respond for months. I just, drafted that email. All right. So the title, for instance, is James, assuming you already found a virtual assistant for your project. So you just slot in the service that you provide. What this does is that it prompts a response from the client or the prospect, because it has a psychological effect on them to either respond to say, yes, we have chosen someone else, or to apologize and explain for the delay. Either way, you get that closure and you know where you stand. Just like I did with this client, and I got a response within minutes. The third thing you can do when a client ghosts you is to have a communication plan. So from the onset, try to outline the communication medium and how often clients are expected to respond. So if they stop responding after the plan has been established, follow up based on the agreed plan structure. If they still don't respond, then you can just let them know that you will be moving them to a wait list, or they will require a reschedule, and then you can move on. Now, this leads me to the final point, which is move on. If that client continues to ghost you, it's time to cut your losses and focus on finding new clients who value your services. Now that we are through with the curative solution to client ghosting, let's look at the preventive solution. There are ways to stop client ghosting even before it starts. 1. Qualify your leads. Ask qualifying and disqualifying questions during the interview sessions. Ask questions to assess their budget, project needs, and their seriousness about moving forward. Look for inconsistencies in their responses that might indicate that they are not a good fit. You can actually use the BANT model. BANT stands for budget, authority, need, and timing. So an example of a qualifying question you can ask during your interview session with a client or a prospect is, what have you budgeted for this? What prompted you to contact us? When do you plan on making a decision? So sometimes a prospect tells you they'll get back to you, but we all know that usually they don't do that. So if you sense that this is what is happening, you could ask a disqualifying question and say, hey, prospect, based on your response, it doesn't seem like you are convinced that this partnership solution can help you. Is that a fair assessment? That way, you are able to know during that interview session where you stand. The second thing you can do to prevent clients ghosting you is to set clear expectations. You need to outline your pricing, your processes, and your timeline upfront, both on your website, that's if you have one, and during your consultations. This transparency helps clients understand what to expect and feel confident about working with you. The third thing you can do is to communicate your value. Build a strong brand that showcases your expertise. This helps clients and prospects understand why your pricing is justified. The fourth thing you can do is to have strong contracts. Now, on Upwork, it's easier because the platform builds that for you. But if you are working for a client off the platform, a strong contract protects you because it outlines your payment terms, your scope of work, and your communication expectations. The final thing you can do to prevent client ghosting is to consider upfront payments or deposits. This can deter clients who aren't serious and help you cover initial costs. Now, some people believe that client ghosting does not exist. Now, if you're a freelancer on Upwork, you can actually be immune to client ghosting if you know how to leverage Upwork's policies. For the fixed price contracts, make sure the contract is funded and you have all the requirements to do the job. Once you complete the job, click the Submit Work button. The client can either release payment manually or do nothing at all. If the client does nothing, Upwork releases payment automatically to you on the 14th day. Now, for hourly contracts, also make sure that the contract is funded and the scope of work is clear. Upwork releases payments automatically to you as you work using the Upwork timer. So no communication is required and no client ghosting. Wow, there you have it. We have looked at a whole lot of things today. Why do clients ghost you, and what you can do when you are ghosted by a client, how you can actually prevent being ghosted, and the school of thought that client ghosting is a myth. So you can significantly reduce your chances of getting ghosted or unghost yourself by following these tips that I have shared with you. Remember, a few bad apples shouldn't spoil the bunch. There are plenty of fantastic clients out there who appreciate your work. So focus on attracting those clients and build strong, lasting relationships. Do you have any other tips for preventing ghosting? Share them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more helpful content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.